Bruh, you're such a nerd.
Hey, Devin and I.
Was it good? Do we do it?
Good enough. Good enough.
On mine,
everybody.
maybe it's my internet. You were like 5 seconds slower. Probably my internet.
Me?
Yeah.
It's your internet. You're on a laptop in a bathroom. Oh, I guess you're not in the bathroom.
It wouldn't be an episode without
Look
these
at
two
my
fighting over whose internet's
gigantic
slower.
bathroom, everyone. It's quite glorious.
Look at it. Look. Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Already Distracted. I have returned. So hi.
We re-alived him.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm like, you already unalived me. I'm sitting there editing the episode, and they're like, he's dead. I'm like, oh, no, we were supposed to only kill Ben.
Yeah, my
moved
brain
on.
just like stripped gears trying to figure out what I was saying right there. We re-alived
That's
him.
okay. So I'm alive. Yay.
He's back. Woohoo!
And today is going to be a spicy one, boys and girls. Today's topic, pet peeves and why they annoy us. Yep, we're going to do that one finally. I'm so ready for this one. Disclaimer
Dev's
before
gonna
we
go
start
on a
this
rant.
episode. So, we're not calling anyone out we're not
I
trying
am.
to single anyone out.
I'm
We're
going
not-
to. By
Ben is
name.
Ben might a little bit. That's okay.
Ben's name dropping. He's address dropping. Phone number.
Doxing.
Like, Ben is doxing someone hard today.
Just kidding,
be ready
YouTube.
for
We're not
that.
actually doing that. Please don't come
Not
after us
really.
for legal
No,
reasons.
it's not happening. It's a lie.
Yeah, so just a disclaimer. This one's
Silly.
going to be a little spicy. These are just things that annoy us and probably annoy you guys too, I would assume, because
Oh man.
it happens.
True.
And one of my first ones, I got to do this one first because I know you guys have experienced it. Everyone who drives has experienced it.
Please be the one I'm thinking of.
People who do not understand what the left lane is for.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So I came back from a trip. That was part of the reason I was gone. And on this trip, there's a couple of spots where it's just a 2-lane highway. So you're going, and you go to pass someone in the left lane, and they're going either the speed limit or under the speed limit. Now, we all know it, whether you people will admit it or not. We all know the left lane is for actively breaking the law. Speed limits. We all do it. It's a passing lane. You're supposed to pass.
They
I
have
thought the left lane was for
signs
getting
that
over
say
and driving
slower
12 under.
vehicles. Oh, sorry.
I just thought the left lane was for getting over to go 12 under the speed limit. Because you pass on the right. Sarcasm.
Everything you said is
Okay.
You're correct. It is wrong.
No,
Yeah,
I was gonna say they
don't
have
be a
signs on the
left lane
road
camper.
that says slower vehicles, right lane. It's the law.
Exactly.
Be on the right.
It's
Thank
the
you.
Because
But-
it's a passing lane.
It happens so much on the way back, and exactly. Then like what Taylor said, you have the left lane campers that just they sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there. But the other thing that astonished me too while I was coming back, I mean, I've always seen it happen, but it happened so many times in a row. I had an epiphany. Like, did you get your license from a cereal box? But semi-truck drivers, I hate it when two semi-trucks will sit there and jockey for position and not.
Oh,
Either
I
one will
know.
move. They'll just sit there and then they'll block
Oh,
both
man.
lanes. And I mean, I get it. You're
So
big. You
annoying.
can't go very fast. I appreciate you, truck drivers. for
Story
one.
of my
I do.
life.
Without you, we don't function. But
Get out of the lane.
Oh man.
anyway, so
I have one
I
about
had to get that
driving.
one out. Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. Oh, Utah, with your glorious, prideful people. When you are either merging on or you're getting into a lane over and someone speeds up before you merge, they speed up so you can't go in the lane in front of them. They're behind, you have your blinker, you're about to go in, and they speed up. Or you're merging and everyone thinks they're in the Fast and Furious and just floor it.
Oh man.
Like,
It's so annoying. You'll be like going faster than them, and you go to get over, and all of a sudden like, nah,
Race.
not in my lane. You don't.
yeah.
Waste
Oh my
time.
gosh.
Yeah, that annoys the shit out of me too. I'm gonna have to bleep that, but I don't care. It annoys the shit out of me to no end. I hate if you do that. I hate you a little bit,
It's
just a little.
I hate you a lot.
And
Don't
then
do that.
and then once they do that, you get behind them, they slow down. They don't keep that speed.
god.
They slow down.
Yeah.
I'm getting mad just thinking about it. But
Yeah,
or
see,
they'll like
but-
brake check you.
Unless I absolutely can't because the car in front of me, if they speed up, dude, I pedal to the metal and I just speed in front of them. Then I get over and I slow way down. I mean, like, generally people go 80 on the freeway.
Yeah.
If some idiot does that, I do everything in my power to get in front of them, and then I slow down to like 67.
Oh,
That
you
is one thing.
monster.
That's why I
screw you! Don't do that.
don't do it.
Taylor's
That
over
is one
here.
thing
Just
I
let him
like.
over.
I am the
That's
law.
one thing I like about having a Mustang sometimes is you have the idiot that tries to race you in like a little Honda, and it's not souped up, it's just base, and they're just being dumb. I can just
That's what.
I can just go. I just
Pretty
go.
nice.
It
Pretty
goes
nice.
vroom vroom.
That's what I like about having a minivan, actually, aka a rocket ship, because I don't know
Rocket
why,
ship.
but those things speed up so fast.
They got some good
So
torque on
quick.
them.
They do. It's ridiculous.
Which, speaking of side tangent, did you hear what Dodge did with the
Oh, no.
with the minivan?
No.
They do.
So you guys have heard of like the Dodge Hellcat engine,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
they didn't.
no.
it's like
No,
a
they
Super
did
68.
not.
Oh no! They did one better. They have another engine that's even more powerful called the Helephant. They put one in a minivan apparently.
No
And I'm
way.
like, that's amazing. It's a minivan with like 800 horsepower.
I'm buying that.
Oh, there's an undercover cop in Vegas who drives a souped-up minivan,
Really?
and it's amazing because nobody expects a cop to be in a minivan.
That's big brain. That's
Or-
really
It
good.
is.
You go to Dubai where like their fire department is just Lamborghinis.
I know.
yeah.
The police and fire departments are just like sports
Yeah,
cars.
they don't play down there. It's like, you want to speed? Here's a Lamborghini Countach with berries and cherries going on behind you. Have fun.
Have fun outrunning it.
But yeah, I had to get that one out of the way because it's one that has been grinding my gears for a long time.
Oh,
That's fair.
and
I feel that.
I had to put that out into the universe. So if you do this, if you're a left lane camper, if you do any of the things while you're driving that we talked about, this also includes you phone users who like to text and drive.
Oh my gosh. I was about to bring that up.
Stop
Get off
doing
your phone.
it. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
Pop
Stop.
filter.
Get some help.
Stop it.
Stop.
Get some help.
Man, now we gotta put that meme in right here.
Stop it. Get some help.
Anyway,
Oh,
so
Making Devin edit.
that's my first one. So off to you boys. Who would like to go next?
I
Today's
think I
almost a
know one of
venting
Devin's.
episode,
I think I know a pet peeve of Devin's.
Do it. Go for it.
besides driving.
Explosion. Fireworks. Crying emoji. Laughing emoji.
Now listen here, you little.
Of Devin crying on camera.
Stop it! Now you're playing with my emotions. Stop it, you guys.
Clip of me laughing maniacally right there.
Uh,
Oh wait, no, it's moving across the screen. It's moving. Oh, now it's here.
The podcast listener, I meant the Spotify listeners, are going to be like, what is he talking about?
for
And if Devin doesn't edit it, everyone call him out.
For those of you listening on Spotify, he literally just gave me editing hell to deal with, and I don't know how I feel about it. But you know what? Out of spite, I'm gonna do it.
George Washington
Also,
riding
am
a
I
great
right?
white
Pet
shark.
peeve of Devin's?
Not really. It's actually kind of, sometimes when you guys will throw me a curveball.
All right, fine.
Because it keeps me sharp of editing.
No,
Edit
he
that
didn't.
one.
No. Hate this guy. I'm going home.
I thought
Wait,
you were going to
am
lift
home.
up your shirt. Like, fine.
No, that's
But
only
that's
for you,
good
big boy.
Don't. Oh, no.
That's gonna be for the OnlyFans, Ben, that you have to start here at 1,000 subs.
1,000 subs and 100K revenue.
Nope. All you said was 1,000 subs. That's it. You already agreed to it, and it was
Sold
just
your
1,000 subs.
All right.
Sold yourself short, boy.
Fine. Fine.
He
okay.
didn't think about what he was doing before he made an agreement.
It'll be tasteful, I'm sure. Probably. Or
Oh,
it'll
of
be
course.
shocking. And I won't expect it because it's Ben.
It's only going to be pictures zoomed in on his right nostril.
How'd you
You could be
know?
like one. You could be like one chick that I heard of, where literally all she does is she picks stuff up with her butt. Apparently.
Oh, what?
Like I get memes of it all the time. There's this lady supposedly. I don't know what her user is. I don't know who it is, but she picks up, like, she wears like Spanx or something, and she just ploops down and apparently picks up like fruit and stuff. Like, she'll pick up a little cherry and just go bloop and then walk away with it, and that's it. That's the whole video. OnlyFans is a scary place that I don't venture to. 'cause
Driving
I'm scared.
tangent to butt cherries. Only on this podcast.
Only
And
on
we have
already
another shirt.
distracted.
And we have another shirt.
Butt cherries.
At least they know not to expect us to stay on topic. Like, that's the whole point of the title, guys. You can't complain.
That's true.
That's true. Ben, what do you got? What's a good pet peeve? Let it out.
I guess this is only for people with kids, but when someone who doesn't have kids tries to give you parenting advice for your kids,
Oh,
I mean-
my.
Yeah. I'd
Did
imagine
you
that
try
would get
telling him no kindly?
No,
did I?
I didn't think of that.
You know,
What?
yeah, no, I never thought to try telling him no
Yeah.
kindly.
Or
It's
the-
of
almost
course.
like he threw it back in my face because he's a freaking toddler.
I think
No,
I
of course it's
unlocked
different
rage.
when another parent that's like experienced is like giving you like
Yeah.
helpful advice. That's a little different, but yeah.
So,
I
speaking
I
of
can
which,
see that.
Dev, what parenting advice do you have for me and Ben?
Don't be a shit parent.
I would put that.
all I got.
Let's make that a T-shirt, please.
Don't be.
Okay. Don't be a shit parent. Just
You
be.
are
be
making
decent.
yourself add so many beeps today.
I don't care. This is gonna be a banger. I'm excited to be back on and doing it. I was genuinely sad that I missed the last one. Like I was like, it was nice to hang out with my family though. I really needed it. We did some cool stuff, and
But
I
How
got some
dare
good
you put
pits.
We are
family
your
above the
family.
podcast? Can you guys believe this guy? He doesn't care about any of you.
Sorry.
No, he's not. Don't listen to him.
No, I'm not. I'll say it. I'm not ashamed.
Also,
I
I
love
just
my
gotta
wife.
say, last episode I was sick out of my mind, and when we played Would You Rather, I think I read every question wrong and made up an argument that had nothing to do with what the
No, all your arguments fit.
no, like
I
for
was entertained
example,
listening.
the ear lick one versus the armpit. It
Uh-huh.
it never says lick inside someone's ear. It just says
Yes,
lick
it
their
did.
ear.
It specifically said lick the inside of their ear.
It did? Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay, then maybe I'm sick now. Inception.
Sickception.
But
Oh, that's funny.
yeah.
But no, I could see why that would be annoying, especially when you're like literally trying everything, because you guys are good dads. So I'm sure you
Yeah.
have
Depends
things
on the
I'm
day.
sure that you
Oh.
that you do. So
Thank you. I appreciate that. Sorry, I thought of another pet peeve.
okay, go for
When
it.
other people call me a good parent,
No, wait a
I'm a
minute.
terrible parent.
No, the pet
I
peeve
love my kids.
of bless people's hearts, older generation, when you try to talk about housing and they say, "Well, when we were younger, we were able to get through it."
I hate
Oh,
that
yeah?
too.
Well, when you were
Come
younger,
on.
houses cost $20,000. Not really.
Yeah, I know there was a difference, but when people are like, "Well, my rent was like 200," I'm like, "That's awesome. I love that for you." We're in
Meanwhile,
different
Who
times.
has rent of $200 in today's day and age?
No one. This is back when they were back in the day.
Yeah.
Time
You know,
to
it's like-
name
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah. Our first apartment we got was $400 a month, and that was a stretch for. I'm like, for we're in low income, and we're over $1,000.
Oh,
where I'm at, we pay over $1,300.
yeah.
So.
So
Same.
yeah, good for you, but
We're low
Oh.
we're low income, but towards a major city, and that's about 1,400, a little over.
It's like
yeah,
the market's
we're
crap,
just
housing's crap. It just is.
under 1,600.
That's ridiculous. Anyway,
so
that's-
don't compare.
I know these people are trying to help. Bless their souls. but it just makes a person agitated.
It does.
It's like you didn't have to work 2 jobs and 4 side hustles just to afford to live back, in the 80s,
Right.
early 90s, whenever, everything beforehand. I mean, there's always like a cycle, with these things,
Yeah.
like with the housing market and with finances, with the job market, whatever. Just don't compare. In fact, I think you actually talked about that before on a previous episode about like not comparing your
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
situation to
the
something
happiness
else, right?
episode.
Yeah, that one. That was
Yep.
a good one too.
Just don't compare. It's not worth it. So
I have another good pet peeve that you guys will probably
Let's hear
also enjoy. And again, disclaimer: I'm not calling out anyone.
hold up.
Specifically.
I didn't get a turn.
Oh yeah, I skipped you.
My pet peeve is when people
No.
skip me. Ugh.
No, I just have one. I don't care. You can go again, but I do
Sorry,
have one.
Taylor. Go
No, you're not.
ahead.
Just go. No,
I'm
just go.
ashamed. No.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is more of a video game pet peeve.
Okay.
When somebody, I mean, it works in other scenarios. I've just run into it the most in like Destiny with raids. When someone asks you to come teach them how to do something, and then refuses to listen to a single word that comes out of your mouth.
Oh man, I think that's just
Yeah.
that applies more to video games.
Yeah, so like the situation I'm thinking about is it's happened to me a few times. I'm teaching people how to raid because I play a lot of Destiny. Okay, yeah, you never would have guessed it ever. Also,
No.
I play Baldur's Gate.
I got the
Shameless
collector's
plug.
edition for the newest DLC.
I love
I have a
that
problem. Send help.
Stop it.
No.
But I have this friend. He's like, hey, so me and these guys are trying to figure out this raid. I know you've done it a lot. Would you mind teaching us? Yeah, sure. I'm happy to come teach
But
you.
they go.
I come
Screw
join them.
you.
And I explain it, and he goes, no, that sounds incorrect. We've been doing it this way. And I'm like, well, how long have you been on this encounter? Oh, like 3 hours, but we've almost got it. I'm like, okay, well, why don't you try doing it the way I say, since you asked me to teach you, and your way's clearly not working. No, we've almost got it. We're going to do it this way. You just follow our lead. I'm like,
Teach us.
What?
Follow us.
Yeah. That,
what?
That train of thought doesn't make sense. Like you.
We
asked
just
the guy
don't
for
want to
help.
change it up because we've been working our way through it for the last 3. I'm like, but I literally, you asked me to help you, and I just told you that the reason the way you're doing it won't work. I just explained that to you.
Oof.
You just, and so
Wow.
after
Yeah.
like another 3.5 hours of that, and only getting past one encounter, I literally just went, no, don't invite me to raid anymore, and I just left.
And here are their
You guys aren't going to
usernames.
listen to me. I'm gone.
I don't.
And
blame
then
you.
I went and did the same raid, 40 minutes with my normal group.
Yeah, but you guys are like the dev group of Destiny.
Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not.
I don't know. You seem pretty good to me.
You've been playing over a
We're-
decade. I mean,
That does not mean there are we're decent at the game, but we would get our trash kicked compared to a lot of people on the game. Streamers, for instance. Have you ever heard of Glad?
man.
Go watch all of his raid content. They've 2-manned every encounter of every single raid, and they're supposed to be 6-man.
Wow.
it's impressive.
2?
However, me and Tanner have 2-manned some of the stuff, and if we put more time to it, I'm sure we could, but so I'm not saying we're bad, I'm just saying we are not at the level at like the highest achievable level. We're pretty casual.
Okay.
Well, Tanner's a tier up from me, I'd say. But pretty casual. I'm not like bad. I'm good at the game. If you want help or need assistance, I can hold my own, and I know how to do
Wait,
everything.
Can you teach me how to raid? And then the whole time, I'm gonna tell you what to
Then-
do.
First off, I've been trying to get you to play Destiny for ages. So yeah, I don't care. If it will get you on Destiny, sure. Second off, I'll hurt you.
I will play if Devin joins and we record.
Devin
That's
already
when I'll
said
go.
he'll join.
I did. I sold my soul, and I'm like,
Yeah. Right? Okay, hold up, everyone. Now is the time to get on Destiny. It is bringing you to max level for free. You can skip the tutorial right now if you want, and you'll be shot up to everyone's level so that you can do all the content in the game. Now's the time, people.
oh, that's kind of neat. I didn't know that was going on.
Yeah, because they had to postpone the DLC. It's like a mini free DLC, and it's all free, by the way, all of it. Well, not all the DLCs, but all of this activity and the stuff that shoots
We
you up
gotta
the level, it's all
contact
free.
Bungie to see if Taylor can be a spokesman for them.
Right.
They're not going to pay me for that. I do it anyways.
He's
I
like,
mean,
"I've
I'm
done
going to
so
stop
much."
talking good things about Destiny until
They'll pay you like
hate
they've
me.
paid Salvatore.
They should honestly pay this podcast freaking oh crap. Larian Studios, they need to freaking pay us for every episode
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 is mentioned at least once.
I'm
Already
a little
mentioned it.
upset. I'm really upset that they let Salvatore go. He was retiring this year anyways, but it was just kind of scummy to fire him instead of just letting him retire
Yeah.
this year, because then he doesn't get the retirement stuff. I guess
Yeah.
you do, just not like as much as you could have.
Rip.
Yeah, the gaming industry is going through a really weird cycle right now.
Indie games for the win. And Larian Studios. Larian Studios have shown the world.
Indie's great, but it's different. I love indie games, and I'm usually a lot less angry with the devs, but that's also because it doesn't matter how good or how bad the game is comparatively, because it's usually like maybe 3 people working on the game,
Yeah.
And so if it's not all of that fantastic, it doesn't look that great. Well, if it was still a good story and well written, then like, yeah, it's still a good game, but they only had like 1 or 2 game developers. So yeah, of course it's not going to be up to par with the AAA game studio. However, when a AAA game studio releases a hot pile of stinky garbage, then it's like, eh. But I don't.
Can
a
I-
lot of people
I thought
are
of
mad
a
about
pet peeve.
Lightfall, and I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I enjoyed the DLC a lot. I thought it was decent. I know people thought we should have gotten more out of it, and I understand where you're coming from. I get it. Don't worry. Personally, however, I thought it was a fun campaign. I enjoyed it. I don't think it deserved as much hate as it got, but whatever. That's just me.
Oh, since we're on video games. My pet peeve is Todd Howard from Bethesda announcing Elder Scrolls 6 in 2018 and then saying this year that they're going to release it in 2026. They promised us the world with Starfall. They gave us crappy Star Trek. And then we have to wait. I don't know. All my Skyrim fans. Jeez.
I'm with you, brother.
8
I know,
years?
I'm
Like,
like, oh.
let me announce a game 8 years before release.
Skyrim is the only single player game I have played through more than like 3 times. I'm on my 18th playthrough right now.
Yeah, I've played that one a whole bunch, and it's
Rookie-
still good. It
rookie
is still
numbers.
good. Especially with mods. It's real good.
I haven't even tried mods yet.
If you
I'm
can
just
have
too. I
Thomas
think
the
my computer
Tank.
could handle it, but I'm also worried it's gonna blow up because Skyrim mods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought of a gross pet peeve.
Oh,
Well,
no.
Devin
Oh,
was gonna
no.
say one before.
It's
I
okay,
yeah.
go, because I'll probably go for a minute. It's totally fine. What's the
Oh,
gross
I thought
word
it
if I
too.
dare ask?
I'm sorry. One gross one. I see it a lot in Disneyland. Why in the halibut do people do this? And they rub it in their hair when they do the sniff and then they go in their hair. When people do that in public, have you not seen
Wait,
this
what?
before?
Devin, Ben, we can't see your camera.
Oh, duh.
When they,
I'll describe it to them. Here, let me share my screen momentarily.
If it doesn't.
Here
blow
we go.
everything
Here
up.
we go. Now they can see me.
Wait,
Take two.
wait. Okay, go for it.
When people go and wipe
Oh,
it
I
up
know.
in their hair.
oh,
Don't-
Okay, now I know.
Do
okay.
not do that in public, even at your home. And then, no.
Yeah. Now I know. Okay. That's kind of where I
Yeah.
thought you were going, but I wasn't sure. I was like, wait, smelling.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, have you never seen
I
this? I'm
see.
like, dude, we can't. see.
Sorry,
My
yeah.
pet peeve is when people forget their camera's not being shown.
Ben. It's okay.
He just left the Discord call.
Just left. Oh.
Oh, come
Ben.
on, we love you, Ben.
Ben, come back. You can blame it all on Taylor.
No, Devin.
No.
Voice crack. My
No.
pet peeve is when people voice crack.
Oh.
Ben?
All right,
Oh, there you go.
I'm just observing.
Oh, watching two chimps just like
It's like the zoo.
I like to people watch. That's kind of what inspired this whole
Oh.
episode is people watching.
Yeah.
So I finished. This is a complete side tangent. I finished Tanner's Thorn.
Holy,
Ooh, 3D printed
Yeah.
gun.
it's beautiful.
For those of you listening, it's a Destiny weapon and it's cool.
Looks like a revolver.
He's gonna be
got thrown
painting.
into
He's gonna
a
have
wood
to glue
chipper.
it together. But
It's completely black.
Alright.
so
A 6
That's
shooter.
Thorn.
It's a 6 shooter. It's about probably like 18
a
inches
6-shooter?
long.
It is not a 6-shooter. This thing has like 12 shots, 16 shots.
12.
Anyway, just like a
even-
revolver.
This part comes out, and then the loading mechanism. As I said, it needs to be glued together, but I'm gonna let him do all of that. So yeah,
Beautiful.
this is Tanner's. So Tanner, here it is.
That's pretty sweet.
I'll be getting it to you in 2 weeks from when we record this. So
Devin, what's your pet peeve?
by the time it comes
I
out,
wanna
I
hear
think
it.
it'll be that weekend.
Do I?
What's your pet peeve?
What's your pet peeve?
Oh, I thought you had another one though.
Oh, I'm also printing a
Yeah,
Destiny shotgun.
I do.
Ooh.
That's the barrel. It's obviously not put together. It's still printing pieces. Is
Drops and breaks it immediately.
you can see.
Okay,
Oh, it wouldn't break.
pet peeve number
But
2.
Yeah.
It relates to what Devin was doing
Uh huh.
with driving.
Oh. We're off driving, so.
I know. It's with walking. Whether it be Disneyland, a public place, Walmart, do not slow down walking in the middle of the aisle or the middle of the path. If you
Or just
if you
stop.
know your physical capabilities aren't up to par, go to the right. Don't stand in the middle and slow down. Oh,
Man. Yeah.
Like, if you gotta stop, get out of the way.
yes.
Going
You're not
with
gonna
yours.
just stop your car in the middle of the highway.
Going along with yours, I hate it, like, and I see this a lot in like teenage girls when they'll walk in a side by side in a big line and they just like take up the whole
Oh
aisle.
man.
I hate that,
Seriously.
too.
It looked really funny on the camera. Anybody see that?
It's like, you get out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
So people got places to be. No, I agree with you on that one, Ben. That one drives me
So annoying.
flipping nuts. Now I see where you tied that in. Big brain energy again.
yeah, left lane. We call those left lane walkers.
Left lane walkers. Now you gotta cut it again.
I know. It's okay. So this one, so I understand that everyone has different, like health and dietary things, whether you're sugar free or you're vegan or you're, if you have diabetes, if you are gluten intolerant, whatever the thing is, I understand people have different, requirements and things.
Yeah.
I also get that when you're first meeting somebody, yes, please tell me these things, so, like, especially if it's a dinner party. Tell me these things so I don't kill you because I don't want to kill you. But after you've known people for so long, I hate it when people, no matter where you go, and after you've known about their condition for years, still continue to tell you, I'm this intolerant, or I can't have this, I can't have that. That
Oh,
drives
I know.
me
When you
crazy.
already know that because they've told you a million times.
It's like, oh man, that looks really good, but I'm gluten, so I can't eat it. I'm like, well, that's okay because I wasn't sharing. This is my cake. This is mine. This is a personal
Thank
cake.
you for
This
that.
is mine.
I mean,
Like, this is
I got
mine.
it for me,
so
not for,
for
you.
me.
So it's fine.
I'm lactose
Like-
intolerant, but I'll tell that for comedic purposes. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
lactose intolerant as I'm eating ice cream, and I'm like, good thing we're driving home together.
And like I said, I'm happy to know those things. Like, especially if I'm the one cooking, because I actually really like cooking. Let me know, because I don't want you to feel left out. I want you to be able to eat and have fun, be part of the conversation, whatever. But if I've known you for like a year or more and we know about your condition, stop telling everyone about it. We know. We know.
like
It's like, oh, I'd love to
Hades.
eat that, but I'm only eating I'm on the carnivore diet right now, so I can't eat those
Well,
vegetables.
I didn't order it for you, so
I know, and exactly. You'll order something for yourself, not for them, but you'll be with them. You'll order something for you and be like, "Ooh, that looks really good. I can't have it though. I'm gluten intolerant." I know.
that's why I got it for me.
I know,
I
you
can't,
know.
I can't have that molten lava chocolate cake that you ordered at Chili's. I know. I got it for me because I'm the fatty over here. I got it for me.
I'm the fat one. I know.
It's like, oh, I can't eat that. It has meat. I'm like, I figured since you got a salad.
Yeah.
I got it. Like I said, first
Ben,
impression is different.
you keep getting the thumbs up bubble.
Good.
I thought of another one.
Good. Oh?
A pet peeve is just those people, those couples that pull pranks on each other and post it on social media.
Ooh, yeah.
Can we get rid of those people, please? That's
Like,
my
yes.
pet peeve.
Some of them are funny, but then you have the ones that they do like the same prank over and over and over, and then other people do it over and over, like
Yeah.
the TikTok thing where everyone copies everybody.
It's like, how fake do you want this?
Or
Yes.
I
Exactly.
don't like it when it's like the other person is clearly upset by it, you know?
I'm talking about the fake people that like try to make it a big thing, but
Oh, yeah, no, that's dumb too.
Or like when they fake cheat on each other for a prank, those annoy me too.
yeah.
Like,
It's so dumb.
why is that comedy? That's
It's not.
It's not funny.
That's fair. That is fair.
Although there's the one where the husband opens the fridge door and has the hoodie on backwards
Oh,
over
shit.
his face,
Yeah.
and she walks up and smacks him right in the nuts because she thought it was his backside.
That one's funny.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
fine line. Like I said at the beginning, disclaimer, there's a fine line to all of these things that we're discussing.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
there's a time and a place for everything, but just
Yeah.
Yeah, I like. Oh, you know, get rid of it. Here's a social media pet peeve: the
Okay.
people who order like a shake or water, and then when they hand it to them, they just chuck it back in the window.
Oh, man.
my gosh! Go away! Nobody likes you.
Go into
Ben,
apps.
get
Go,
the
in,
shotgun.
go into your applications
Whoa!
on Life. Look for the Life application and click on install.
Whoa! No, just
Don't
go
really do
rethink
that.
yourself because that's just what part of that makes you go, oh, this will be hilarious. Let's ruin someone's entire day for someone who's just working their job that they probably don't enjoy, but they have to work just to get through life.
Yeah.
Let's just ruin their whole day because I'm an a-hole.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, man, you know what, Ben? I don't think you went far enough actually on that one. Go harder. No.
Okay.
No, that's
kidding.
so true though. That's so true though. That
It's so annoying.
just I guess just a pet peeve in general, just people being just D-bags to especially to people who
Yeah.
like you said are just working, like whether you're doing
Oh, I thought of
custodial
one.
or food or whatever. Be nice to people.
Oh,
Yeah.
or the stupid one where you just walk around like an apartment complex just screaming, "Help me! Help!"
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's not funny.
I
Someone's
think our
gonna
pet
call the
peeve
police.
is stupid social media trends.
Yeah, it is. Yes, stupid social media trends. Like what? Why is
Oh.
that funny?
Like without actually
it's not.
naming it because I don't want it to show up again. Do you guys remember that TikTok trend where they were basically telling teenagers, "Hey, go to your school or local buildings"?
Oh,
and
yes.
Oh boy.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
We had a school near us, folks. I'm not kidding. They stole
Was it
a
the
stall.
bathroom sink? Oh, I was like,
a bathroom stall, like the entire stall, the walls, the door, everything. They stole it, and no one knows where it went somehow.
yeah.
How?
Or there
What
was
school
one,
did that
it was smack your teacher's butt. I worked in the Box Elder School
What?
District, and that became
That's
like a
like
problem.
Super illegal.
Yeah.
The teacher can get in trouble for that.
I
Yeah.
didn't hear about that one. What the heck is that all about?
Like you could be costing that teacher their job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big no-no.
It's a huge no.
To-
So, like, kind of going back to what I said earlier, don't be a shit human either.
There's another one.
Just be a decent person. Don't be a butthole. Nobody likes you. Like, stop. And if this
it's
video
just like-
offends you, it's probably you.
Yeah, maybe if you're,
It's
if
not
you're being
cute.
offended
It's
by
not
these,
funny.
maybe go sit down and rethink your life. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
But like, if you have an idea to do something, before you do it, maybe stop and go, was this going to ruin someone's day?
Yeah.
And if the answer's yes, just don't do that thing.
If I
Maybe
think
don't.
And you may think certain things like stealing a bathroom stall, harmless prank, nobody gets hurt. No, the custodial staff then has to deal with that crap. They are then spending a bunch of money out of their budget that could be going towards fixing something actually needed in the school.
yeah,
And it's just like, just why?
Just think-
harmless pranks, whatever. They can be hilarious.
think to yourself,
But-
would an idiot do
yeah.
that thing? If yes,
Yes.
Don't do that
don't do
thing.
that thing.
Is this a monkey brain thing? Yeah. I'd
And
probably
there's a
shouldn't do that.
difference between like actually completely ruining someone's day and a minor inconvenience that the person will look back on and go, yeah, that was pretty
What
fun."
about getting a handful of toilet paper, getting it wet, and throwing it on the bathroom ceiling?
Oh, that annoys me when I walk into a place and there's stuff, because I know that whoever has to clean it wants to cry.
I
And
love
cry
how
for
both
them.
of you
so
rolled your
annoying.
eyes.
Yeah,
Can
because
you
we've
tell
both
they
dealt
work
with
at
that
high
a million
schools?
times.
I thought of
Yeah.
here's a pet peeve that I'm thinking of one person in particular, but when
Dogs, go.
No,
when,
no, YouTube, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
time out. When someone, I get having pride in your kids. That's awesome. But when someone goes on and on about comparing your kids with theirs, like for example, like, oh yeah, my son's already an electrical engineer. Oh, he just got married. Yeah, my son got this. My son got that. No one asked. I just asked how your
My
day
son's
was.
dead. Thanks.
Yeah.
Like thanks.
Jeez.
Thank you. I've seen that happen before live, and it was bad. So,
But
Yeah.
this particular person one day, I'm like, hey, so-and-so, how's it going? Well, my son just graduated with their bachelor's. I didn't ask. I'm glad you're proud of them, but it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
When people relive through their kids, and yeah, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't live out your dreams through your children, please.
yeah.
I mean, if they follow the same path as you wanted, that's fine.
Awesome.
But,
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
they want to do that, don't force it on them.
yeah. Like dance moms.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about dance moms, dance parents. Not all of you are bad, but I'm going to tell you right now, I've met enough of you. Stop it.
Stop it.
I thought you were
Just
talking
stop
about
it.
the show Dance Moms, because that one is,
Well, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
If your 7-year-old looks like a stripper, that's a problem. Stop it.
Don't be a,
Stop.
what's the phrase? What kind of parent?
Don't be a parent. Don't. Be a good parent. If they want to follow a career, then great. Don't be weird about it though. Like
and
the
I'm
child
not
beauty
telling you
pageants
not
weird
to
me
put
out.
your kids into things to see if they like it,
No.
but if they don't force it on them. I see that a lot.
Yeah.
Working at a high school, I see that a lot. There
Oh, yeah.
are kids. We had a kid who worked for us. I won't name names, but he was forced to do football for a while, and he hated it. But his parents are like, well, if you don't do football, you got to do a different sport. And he's like, I don't want to do a sport. I just want to have some free time while I'm 15.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's okay.
but
It's like find your interest when you're at that age, because that's the perfect time to
So
like find the things that you like to do, because you're starting to grow into the person you're going to be
Yeah.
at that age. So like let them experience and explore different avenues and stuff. Like I changed
Yeah.
a little bit in high school. Like I wanted
Yeah.
to do art, then I wanted to do video games, then I wanted to do movies, and it all kind of culminated, and here we are.
no, I mean,
So-
their parents came around, and I do like their parents. I've met them; they're nice people, and they did
That's
come
good.
around. And now he's just living life right now.
Good.
So Good for him. But it's just like, it's so when I see that, it just makes me go, ugh, why? Just
going
let
along
your
with
kid
Yeah.
be a kid. Let them figure it out. It's part
And
of
going
life.
along with what Ben said, like just people who just brag about stuff in general or like try to act bigger than they are drives me crazy. Like I know a few people like from past, like I've done YouTube before with other people, and it was kind of like the start of my journey, and I had a business partner who quite literally bragged about how good they were at so many different things to people, and I didn't find out about it until later that they had like done some things behind my back and stuff, you know. And we had these awesome business deals, and this was way back, like right out of high school type of stuff. So I was starting to try to, you know, kind of be entrepreneurial spirit kind of thing going on.
I get that.
I was trying to make something of my YouTube, and they just they went behind my back and started bragging to people and telling people, oh yeah, we can do this, we can do that. It's like, bro, we're just starting. They don't know who we are, nor do they care. They care about how much we charge and what the quality of the work is going to be. So then I get these,
like,
yeah, and then
they like
just
ripped the carpet out from under your feet. And you couldn't even access that channel anymore.
no, they never stole it from me. Luckily, I was smart about that. But
I thought you said they did. My bad.
They like they didn't steal it, but they were trying to like take over the whole thing, and they were trying to be very braggadocious about everything to everybody. Like, oh, we're going to be the next big thing. We're going to do this. Meanwhile, I'm the guy over there doing all the work and doing it because I like to do it. Like this stuff, I love this. I do it because I genuinely love doing it. I love hanging out with you guys, building a community. So
we try to share the workload here.
Yeah.
Devin is the best editor, so he does do all the editing.
But these guys do a
we
ton.
all do different aspects. Ben does the thumbnails. I try to handle, if your comment gets replied to, chances are it's me. I try to run the front side and the social media side. Editing for the gaming channel, me and Ben try to split that, though one of our friends, Riot, is going to start editing for us a little bit, some of the stuff. Thank you.
Peeve,
you rule.
pet peeve.
Thank you, Riot.
But
OBS, every time I try to screen record OBS, the file corrupts. Every time.
wait, hold up. Are you screen recording?
It's the device capture, because through OBS, I'm recording the game that we're playing.
Yeah, don't do device capture, do game capture.
Well, no, that's what I mean. That's the one I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway.
If that's corrupting, try screen capture.
Okay. Anyway.
But that will capture
I did
everything
want
on
to
the
say,
screen, so just be aware of that.
when like starting something or promoting yourself, don't be braggadocious, but I feel like there needs to be a certain type of gravitas. Like you got to be that confident.
Yeah.
But you don't need to go out saying you can take over the world. Like,
No.
Well, and this guy was quite literally, and you know who you are. I'm not going to name you, but you know who you are.
yeah.
This guy was going out, and he was trying to make deals with people, and he was trying to, like,
false advertise.
He was telling people that we had this huge following, and then he was also getting in fights with some people, being like, well, my channel's doing this, and it's like, your channel, excuse me? Like, it's a team effort, my guy. Like, what are you talking
Your
about?
channel.
He was getting in fights with family, he was getting in fights with other people, and anyway, totally,
It's like
don't be a douche.
the big
Don't do
just
it.
like, and if you go in on something with someone, share the load. Don't take credit for other people's work.
Share the load.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Don't take credit for something you didn't do.
Yeah.
Yep. I would never take credit
Like,
for Ben's
ugh.
thumbnails because they are freaking
Ben's
amazing.
thumbnails are hilarious. They're so funny.
And they're all him. I would not even think of taking credit for him.
And
Like,
I will
I've had a few
admit,
people.
not all comment responses are me. I just generally I'm the one who responds to them. It's
Sometimes
not
I
always
do.
me though.
Not me.
I do every once in a while.
Sorry.
If it's late.
Okay,
So-
question for you two. What is the most petty pet peeve that you have? Like, it's just you being a super petty person. Like, doesn't harm anyone. Someone does it, you're just annoyed.
That's a good question, actually.
Okay, the only ones that come to mind are only after like a long day at work. Does that count?
Sure.
Okay, well, I guess it bothers me all the time, but I don't. I can brush it off unless I'm at work, and it's always with my kids. I love them to death. But if I've had a long day at work and I come home and they're just throwing things at me because they're 2 and 5-year-old boys. It happens.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Like, I'll get home and they'll be so excited to see me, and I love that part. But then I'll sit down for like just a second just to, take a breath, and I'll sit down and a shoe will come flying at my face. And it's like the reason I call it like a petty pet peeve is because it's 2 2-year-olds and a 5-year-old doing it.
Yeah.
It's not like an adult.
Yeah.
If an adult did that, they might get punched. But
fair enough.
like my kids doing it,
Next
it's
time
whatever.
I see you,
They're young
you're
enough
gonna
that
sit
it's
down
just
and I'm gonna throw a chair at you.
oh my gosh.
WWE Raw, brother.
So from the sense that it's just little kids and they're my kids,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like it's just we're trying to get them to stop it, but again, 5-year-old and 2 2-year-olds.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I guess one that comes to mind sometimes is, you go hang out with let's say you go and hang out with like one of your friend groups. There's always that one friend, like, again, like, it doesn't harm anybody. It's just kind of annoying. Everyone is part of the conversation and doing stuff, and they're just sitting there on their phone the whole time.
Yeah.
It makes me
Yeah.
feel like they're
Oh,
not
that drives
interested
me
in being
nuts.
there. Like, it doesn't hurt anybody, but it kind of annoys me a little bit, because it's like, come be part of the fun, the merrymaking, the
merriment, the fellowship.
be part of the fellowship. Oh,
Ooh, I've got one.
So,
When someone calls you back or calls you, and you miss the call, and you go to call them back less than a minute later, and they don't answer.
yeah.
That drives me nuts.
Just so you know,
to no end.
I'm pointing to
Yeah.
myself. I do that. I do that. You can name drop
He does
me.
do that.
I do that. Either way.
And I don't actually get mad at people for it, because I get it. You called to talk about something, and then something else came up right after you hung up, and you then you can't get to the phone right after.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Why?
if you called me less than a minute ago, answer the phone.
I think
Oh.
the petty pet peeve for me, and I'm 100% in the wrong, but in the sense of, I call it the wife sense. As soon as you sit down to do something, like your spouse is like, hey, can I get something?
Yeah.
And 100%
They
of the
always
time,
know.
totally credible. Like, what I'm doing is not as important
Yeah.
of what my wife needs.
But you
But
just
yeah,
sat
like
down.
you sit down, you're man brain time tangent. We
Man
have
brain
a
time.
shelf of boxes. We take out a
Uh-huh.
box and we focus on what's ever in that box, and then we put it back, interrupting the simple brain of a man in the middle of box time is frustrating.
It takes a lot of effort to shift gears like that.
Yeah. So you sit down to do something, like, hey, can you get, like, okay. That's the pet.
And
It
then you're
doesn't.
like, okay, now I got to get myself out of, hey, sit down and play a game brain, and back into, oh, go clean in some sense brain.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a process. Guys, most guys, not all guys, but most guys have a ritual between swapping
Yes.
thought
Okay, that's
processes.
exactly. And it's what she needs is more important, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm in the wrong, but the process of, that's my pet peeve, having to shift processes. That's just me being super petty.
I'll admit I'm wrong too, but it's like, I swear, the second you get married, something is installed or activated in every gaming chair or couch or chair or bed, whatever,
Has a sense.
that you will ever sit in. It knows that you're married, and it pings your wife or your spouse.
She's got a
it
live
pings your
ping.
significant other.
It's the
I
DLC
don't-
you never knew you had.
I don't understand it, but yeah, he's right.
It was part of the terms
like-
and conditions you don't read. Just like
She'll be at
install.
work, and I'll sit down after getting kids to bed and get a text. Oh, hey, by the way, can you make sure you do this tonight before I get home?
Okay.
Yes, honey.
Yeah.
It's an amazing
It's
superpower.
just like, why couldn't you have just texted me 20 minutes ago
Again,
when I was in get things done brain?
yeah.
And even with that being said, our wives, we love you.
I was about to
Oh,
say
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
I love you 1,000%.
We are in the wrong, and
Yeah.
we know we're in the wrong. And if we get a little frustrated when you ask, it's not because of you.
Oh,
it's,
amen.
it's on us. We know it's on us, We're working on it.
Man brain is very simple, really.
It is.
When it comes down to it, it's simple.
But just
That's just one
understand,
of those
there's
things.
usually a process between
Yeah.
gears. And when we say we're thinking about nothing, we are thinking about nothing. Like,
Brain's
that's
off.
true.
Yeah.
It's blacker
or
than this
or
screen
at
over
least something so pointless that it might as well be nothing.
Yeah. Those memes of he's probably out cheating. The boys are making dominoes out of Oreos. Yeah, that's what happened.
It's so
Yeah, like, legitimately. So, I promise, we're not just trying to hide something. Just what you thinking about? Nothing.
Nothing.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
And like, or it's something like, now if I got this dog as a puppy and then trained them every day, they could probably learn to do a backflip.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to admit that if you ask what I'm thinking about.
Or if
stuff like that.
If a bear breaks through that window right now, what weapons could I use to kill it?
What could I use to try and fight it off?
Oonga boonga. Ooh.
Or,
Cup.
as we all know from the social media trend, the Roman Empire.
Not gonna lie, I do think about the Roman Empire at least once a day.
I do, but not in like a kind of sense. So I think a lot about the Cabal from Destiny and how their system works. But if you know Destiny lore, they're based on the Roman Empire.
I think of the Byzantine Empire,
yeah.
what came afterwards.
Yeah.
And just as I think this is my final little one. This is just one that I've noticed lately, which is odd. And I've mostly seen it in videos. Like I've seen it at local ranges before too, but I see it in videos a lot. I really hate it, and this is just a little pet peeve. I hate people's stances when they're at a shooting range. Like there's some I watch where like you have a. I'm gonna scooch back a little bit here. Like let's say you have a rifle, and you have it like this.
Oh man,
That drives me crazy. Like tuck it into the shoulder so you get a good
Story time.
grip. It's
Story
not gonna
time.
bite you. Then go boom. Anyway,
Okay.
That's just.
So
a
I
little
had a
one,
buddy
oh, I have a
10
story
years
time
ago.
too.
One of the first times we went shooting. So not 10 years ago, maybe. Oh my gosh, I'm old. 15 years ago. I would have been like 12. So, yeah, 15-ish years ago. And we went shooting for an outing, and he was shooting a 12 gauge for the first time, and he was scared of the gun.
Ooh.
So
Don't shoot
he
it.
holds it like this, and all of us are like, "Dude, tuck it into your shoulder." And he goes, "No, I'm afraid it's gonna hurt my shoulder." And we're like, "Dude, tuck it in," and he does. And then when he goes to shoot, right before shooting at the skeet, he goes like that and pulls the trigger. The gun flies out of his hands,
Oh,
bounces off his shoulder, and about hits me in the face.
Oh no.
that was
And he just like fell over. We're like, "You have to tuck it into your shoulder."
Be a man. Tuck it in.
that's like
That sounds
Yeah,
weird.
like, if you do that, it's just gonna go flying backwards because the kick has nowhere to go. It's not being diffused by your stance. It's just flying away.
There's a
yeah.
story like that with we were at a outing with my younger brother. Same thing, 12 gauge. He was he's a manly man now, like, but back then nervous to hold the 12 gauge.
C-bones?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was about
Love
2
you.
inches from his shoulder, and he said pull, and I remember slow motion. I was like, no, and he shot, and it just boom. He still held on to the gun. He's like, I don't want to shoot this
That's good.
anymore. And I was like,
Oh,
buddy, you gotta tuck it in. He now, I gotta set the record so he's not embarrassed. He can shoot a shotgun now. Manly man, but
when was the first time you learned your lesson about scopes, Devin? Because I don't know about you guys, but when I was like 13,
did you put your eye on
I scoped
the
myself
optic?
really good.
Oh.
I didn't put it on the optic,
Ugh.
but I was just too close. This is my first time shooting a rifle with a scope. I've shot
Yeah.
since I was like 9 or 10, but it was all just iron sights up until my older brother kind of got his rifle more decked out. He had a 30-30 for a while.
Did he have
And,
an ACOG on it?
No, he had like a hunting scope because he was gonna get his deer hunter's
It's an R6 joke.
license
everyone.
or his hunting license. Yeah, and I had shot it a few times with no problems, but then this one time, I'm like, yeah, I got too comfortable and I got a little too close, and just bloody scope ring right over my eyebrow.
Oh,
Yeah, that one, I can forgive that one though, because that one's just, that's one of those little things you don't think about, but the whole holding the gun all the way out here, especially when someone tells you like, okay, this is the proper way to hold, like especially with shotguns, because I mean shotguns kick like.
Yeah.
Especially,
You ever shot an
12
8-gauge?
One time,
yes,
and it was,
actually, I have. It was called
Bolted to a table.
yeah, mine
I
was
shot
not
it
bolted.
No, mine was
Ooh.
mine was an old single shot, really old gun. My friend called it the mule. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Why the mule?" And he's like, "It'll knock you back a couple of feet." And I didn't believe him. Oh man, that thing that punched.
The one time I shot it, I was 15. It was bolted to a table, so.
Oh,
Because it was at like an indoor shooting range.
yeah. It's a cannon. It's a cannon. It's a mini.
It is a cannon. It's literally just a handheld cannon. Any
Yeah,
of you guys shot a 50 cal?
I have actually. I shot a
Same.
Barrett. Yeah,
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Going to.
Barrett 50 cal, same thing.
you just unlocked a memory for me actually. So I was at a local gun club. This is when I was in Scouts. So I was like,
Yep.
11, 12, and they had a range day that they were letting all of us come to for free, which was really cool. So they let us fire all these different weapons, and this one guy, he had I can't remember the year. It was a really old, like vintage black powder double barrel shotgun.
Oh. Ooh.
And I fired it. I was aware of the trigger placement, so it wasn't one of those where like both barrels went off.
Yeah.
Although I did see a kid do that, and that was really funny. he went back, but mine, the guy he hot loaded it a little bit, so it was a little too much powder. So when it went off, it singed all like around like my thumb and my like up my arm.
Jeez.
Like it singed it, and I was like, "Whoo, ha, ha, he, ha, hoo. Oh, here, you can have that back. There you go."
Yeah.
Ow.
You ever get hit by a bullet casing as it's flying out of the gun? That burns.
Like
Oh.
freaking goes down the
Sorry.
shirt, and you're, "Ooh, ha, yeah."
Yeah, left-handed shooters.
Sorry.
I thought of my final pet peeve.
Let's hear it.
This is my final one. I know we're getting short on time. Nothing to do with guns.
Fair enough.
When someone says something mean and they just say "just kidding" right afterwards. If I just say,
Okay, I know. I'm sorry. I'm working on it.
You're
point
fat
that
and
name.
stupid. Just kidding.
Sketty,
when
I'm sorry.
people do that, like, oh man, just saying "just kidding" doesn't mean anything. Like, you pull a gun on
don't-
someone, I'm gonna rob a bank. I'm just kidding. Like, it's okay, guys.
I don't know why I do that. Because I do it not with everyone, mainly with Sketty. You guys I've recorded with him. Probably haven't seen any videos yet because I
Hi, Sketty.
no time. But I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be better.
I wasn't calling out people, but
I know you weren't, but
the guilty take the
I'm
truth
calling
to be
myself
hard.
out because I know it's true, and I felt bad about it for a few weeks because I don't know why. Maybe he just reminds me of one of my cousins, who that's just the way we are with each other. Like, it just is. And there's no malintent or anything. We're just mean to each other and then just say "just kidding" all the time. That's it.
Well, we all do
And-
things, I'm sure, that annoy other people too. Like,
But I just feel
Yeah.
bad because I will say something really mean.
Like the
And
toilet
then my
seat.
brain will go, "Oh, that was really rude." And then I go, "Just kidding." And then I still feel bad because that's not a valid excuse.
No,
I shouldn't.
don't.
I just shouldn't be.
Work
mean
on
like
that. I'm calling. I'm doxing
I
you
am.
right here. Get
No,
out
I'm
here.
doxing myself. Well, I'm not actually doxing myself. I'm calling myself out because I don't do it with everyone. I actually feel like I'm pretty good about it with most people, but for some reason, with Sketty specifically, I am really bad with it, and I am sorry, man. I am. And I'm working on it,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be better.
You are my pet peeve, apparently. You
I am.
outed yourself. That.
No, I'm calling myself out on this podcast so that people can hold me to it because I need to be better.
Yes.
Him specifically. I have nothing against him. I consider us to be pretty decent friends, but sometimes I just go too far, and instead of just being like, that was too far, I'm sorry, I just go, just kidding. And it's not cool. It's not.
It's okay. We all still love you, Taylor.
Just kidding.
I usually apologize privately after, but...
Because let's face it, we all do
Just
things...
kidding!
You son of... Like, we all do things that annoy other
kidding.
people, and, this is not, like I said, the point of this video, one, some of you out there, I'm sorry, but you do suck sometimes.
Yeah.
We do too.
I'm my own pet peeve.
But you guys suck sometimes. And,
oh, yeah. Everybody sucks.
Yeah.
But
Their
for
own
those
way.
of you who are aware and trying to be better, or those of you who don't, thank you. We love you. And thank you for watching this episode of Already
Tell us in the
Distracted.
comments your biggest pet peeves. Rant.
Yeah, your
Get
biggest.
out all the
Give us-
ranting.
Yeah. Yep. All the
Let
rant.
it go.
I'm going to
Let
get a
it rip.
subreddit up soon so that you guys can actually share
Yeah.
big, long posts, but
Do it.
not just yet.
But, yeah,
I'm
that one
working
was a
on
little bit spicy, but I think it was good.
I'm excited for all the bleeps.
There's gonna be quite a few bleeps.
So.
I had a party mouth today. Just put a toilet right. Flush sound.
And, one last thing before we sign off. Just remember, think before you nut, people.
Oh,
I'm face palming right now. You can't
Hey, Ben.
see me.
hey, Ben. Just kidding.
Okay, that's
frick.
it.
I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for watching. And Ben
You
just
left
left
Discord
again. Well, he's gone. He gone again.
All right.
Now you guys all know how to annoy us down below, so
Yeah.
please.
Catch
don't.
us on the road. Just beat me.
But yeah, leave your biggest pet peeves and give us your most petty pet peeve that just it's hurting no one, but it just drives you nuts.
Yeah.
We all got 'em.
literally no good
But
reason.
think.
Before.
You.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.